What is going on, everyone? It's Super here, and welcome to another Injustice 2 video. Today I have a Q&A video for you guys. Haven't done one in a while. I think January 10th. Actually, I know it's January 10th because I went back to check out some of the questions that you guys left there in the video. That's how I've been getting these. So if you guys have any questions about Injustice 2, a lot has changed since the last Q&A because we got the story mode trailer, we got a combat cast, or I guess a watchtower, and we got the Injustice 2 beta. So if you guys want to know anything about the Injustice 2 beta, or just have any question whatsoever, write in the comment section. Also, if you guys do enjoy these, make sure you guys leave a like rating on the video. Channel's been doing amazing over the last 2 months, and it's because you guys are showing the extra support, leaving likes and all that good stuff. So that would be awesome if we get like 500 likes. So here we go. Question number 1 comes from Adrian, and he asks, will Injustice 2 be on Xbox 360 and PS3? And no, those old consoles will not be supported by the newer NetherRealm games anymore. Jake asks, who will you main in Injustice 2? So this is a question that I've been getting asked a lot. Oh, by the way, one thing that I'm going to say is I'm going to be doing sort of like, not character breakdowns, but more of a review of specific characters in the beta. So I'm not really going to talk about specific characters in like Q&As or anything. I'm actually going to do a specific video talking about like the best strategies with that character, what my opinions are, if I think they need some buffs, some nerfs, stuff like that. So first one's going to be Superman, maybe later today, maybe tomorrow or something like that, but definitely expect those for the 4 characters. So just want to throw that out there. But maining a character means that you only play that character for the majority of the time that you play, and that is definitely not my style. Even when Dr. Manhattan comes out, oh, I spilled the beans, guys, I'm sorry. I secretly work for NetherRealm. I spilled the beans. Oh my god, I'm gonna get in so much trouble. If Dr. Manhattan were to ever be in Injustice 2, he would probably be the character that I would play the most. But as far as maining one character, it's not gonna happen. I love a quote from my favorite Street Fighter player. His name is Infiltration. During Street Fighter 4, he was well known for using a lot of characters on the roster, pretty much counterpicking and playing a lot of characters to their full potential so he could be ready for any situation. And the quote that he says is, I main the entire roster. And that's pretty much my mentality when it comes to fighting games, because not only do I need to learn a lot of characters just for entertainment value, because I'm a YouTuber, I create videos, and people don't want to see the same characters over and over and over again. So as far as YouTube, learning every single character in the game benefits me a lot, because I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people watch my Mortal Kombat X videos, because I have like random character select videos where I could play whatever character I get. I have the mirror match challenge, I just play with every single character on the roster. I played at least once and know a basic, the basics of that specific character. So if I were to only play one character, it would get very repetitive, and I think I would lose a lot of viewership. Plus, I think just playing one character forever, unless you're a tournament player, which obviously you do want to main a character, it gets pretty boring, to be honest, just playing one single character. So I'm definitely going to play every single character on the roster. I'm going to main Injustice 2 is what I'm trying to say. Nasty Nash asks, which DC lady do you like best? Wonder Woman, Catwoman, or Poison Ivy? So out of all those, I definitely like Poison Ivy the best. I just like her uniqueness, I guess you could say. And out of all those, yeah, definitely Poison Ivy. And one thing I will say, I'll throw this out there, I definitely think for you Catwoman fans, you're probably going to be happy, because there's no way that NetherRealm, with Poison Ivy now being confirmed via the story mode trailer, there's no way that they're not going to have the Gotham City Sirens. So I'm sure that Poison Ivy and Catwoman are both going to make it into Injustice 2 now. So moving on here, Ezekiel asks, Let's see, what do you think the story mode is going to be about? So yeah, this is a question that I had before the story mode trailer, so we pretty much know what the story is going to be about. It's probably going to start off with Superman's followers wanting to break him out of prison, and then they're going to break him out of prison, and then Brainiac is going to come, and the forces of, you know, sort of good and evil that were like Superman and his followers, who are the bad guys, you know, they're going to team up with the good guys to overcome this evil force, which will be Brainiac. So that's what the story mode is going to be about. King asks, why is there no block button in Injustice 2? And King, I can't really give you an answer because I'm not a developer, but I'm assuming that NetherRealm wanted to differentiate Mortal Kombat from Injustice. So Mortal Kombat 9 has a block button, MKX has a block button. Every Mortal Kombat game has had block buttons. So if NetherRealm's making a new fighting game, I think they want to go away from that and not like have the game be totally similar. So that's why they went to a traditional. So a block button is actually very rare in fighting games. All fighting games except for Mortal Kombat that I know of, you actually have to hold back to block. So they went for more of a traditional fighting game, you know, block situation with Injustice 1, and it carried over to Injustice 2. It's actually not that bad once you get used to it, to be honest with you guys. And as an offensive player, cross-ups, ambiguous cross-ups, stuff like that, crossover setups, those are going to be a lot of fun to like test out and discover because people have to hold back to block. Next question is about blocking as well. It's from Bozo, and he has, is it really awkward and weird holding back to block when blocking? MKX was my first game, and I'm used to the block button. How will the button or gameplay change when someone crosses you over? So if I'm playing Supergirl and I'm on the right side and I'm playing versus Batman, he's on the left side. If he jumps over me, I actually have to hold forward because I'm blocking his move. Like if he would be on my right side, like when you cross over, you have to hold the opposite side of where you're facing. So I'm on the right side, Batman jumps over, I have to hold left, like if I'm blocking him if he's on the other side. That's how you block crossover jumps. It will feel strange for you at first if you are used to the block button and haven't played any other fighting game like Street Fighter or like Marvel or games like that. But trust me, you will get used to it. It might take you like a week or maybe even 2 weeks, something like that, and you're gonna consistently be getting hit by crossovers and stuff like that. But eventually you'll definitely get used to it, and you're actually gonna like it because, like I mentioned, as an offensive player, you find these setups, like with Supergirl after her air grab, you walk forward a little bit and sometimes you cross up, sometimes you don't. And of course, if you jump over or you jump in with a certain button, you could go for a full combo. So right there, that was a cross up. As you guys see, Batman has one of the best cross ups in the game. It's definitely the best one in Injustice 2 so far. His jump 2 is ridiculously good. And a lot of Batman's strategy is you restand somebody or you catch him in your grapple, you restand them, you mix them up by either jumping over him or staying in front. And a lot of times with Superman's like jump arc and the way his jump 2 works, sometimes it looks like he's crossing you up and he stays in front, and sometimes he stays in front and then ends up on the other side. So it's like 2 blocks that you have to do. It's very interesting, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it once, you know, the full game comes out and we're able to, you know, explore holding back to block stuff. There's already like a lot of setups with Batman and his trait. So you activate trait, and then you send the trait out, which is the little bats around you, and the bats are moving towards your opponent. You do a meter burn dash, and the bats actually hit behind your opponent. So he would have to be holding forward, like walking towards Batman. Since you're on the other side, it hits them, and then you start your own combo. Not only that, but Batman can then jump over you for another cross up, which is, there's a lot of really dirty setups with that hopefully I'll be able to demonstrate in the future once I get better with Batman. So moving on here, Joker asks, will you do a story mode playthrough? Yes, I will. Definitely gonna be live streaming it. I might do one playthrough off camera, like off streaming, and just do it by myself so I could enjoy like the experience, and then I might do another playthrough of the story mode, just going back to it and live streaming it. So definitely look out for that. Echo asks, what are the differences between MKX and Injustice game mechanics wise? There are a lot of similarities because the game is made by NetherRealm, but there are also quite a bit of differences, and the main one obviously is you have to hold back to block. There's no block button. Another difference is the screen for Injustice is a lot bigger than it is in Mortal Kombat X. In Mortal Kombat X, full screen, when both players are at opposite ends of the screen, it doesn't look that much of a difference from like mid-screen. The characters are still, they're still huge, you know, they're still like close to each other. But in Injustice 2 and the first Injustice game, if both characters are on opposite sides, they look tiny because they're so far apart from each other. And one thing that Injustice promotes a lot is not only offensive play but also defensive play. So since the screen is so big, zoning is very prevalent in a game like Injustice. So I never really played Injustice 1 on release day, but I hear nightmare stories of Deathstroke being overpowered because of his zoning and how bad the netcode was. So it was very hard to get around the zoning, and he would just sit full screen, you know, pretty much zoning the entire game. And with bad netcode and a good zoning character, that does sound like a nightmare, but that's, you know, one of the bigger differences. Mortal Kombat X does not reward defensive play at all. It's like offense, 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 offense. 50-50s, a lot of 50-50s. There are actually not too many 50-50s in Injustice 2 that start combos. There, like for example, Supergirl has back 1-2, which hits mid and then low. Those are the kind of like 50-50s that we could expect for Injustice 2, not like Sonya, for example, that has like 50-50s on top of 50-50s, stuff like that. Injustice 2 is going to be more of a neutral heavy game where you have to outspace your opponent, be patient, use your zoning, play smart. Another difference for Injustice 2 is that the anti-airs actually work. The jump-in punches are not ridiculously broken like they are in Mortal Kombat X. If you uppercut somebody, you're getting a full 20%, for some characters even 30 and above, for your opponent trying to jump over or jump at you, which is something I absolutely love. And the last major difference that you're definitely going to notice from Injustice 2 compared to a game like Mortal Kombat X is there is no run button, so you're not going to be able to run with these characters. I did see in the Robin trailer that it seems like Robin might actually have a command run where it's maybe part of his moveset where he gets a run. That would be really cool because it would be something unique to Injustice 2. And Robin definitely looks like a fun character, man. He looks like he has a lot of tools and is going to be a lot of fun, but you know, pretty much in Injustice 2 there's no running. You just dash up. The walk speed is a lot slower than Mortal Kombat X, but the walk speed in Injustice 2 is way faster than Injustice 1. You could actually like feel comfortable walking back and forth, and it's you don't feel like your character is in quicksand. So those are like the major differences from Injustice 2 compared to Mortal Kombat X. Let's see, I think we're gonna cap it there. We'll end on this last question. DC Comics asks, do you want Joker in Injustice 2? Come on, man, come on, is that a real question? Yes, I would really want the Joker in Injustice 2. I would be so happy if he actually made it in Injustice 2. I don't know if he's going to. I really hope he does. I hope like maybe, I don't know, Brainiac finds a way to revive him, or someone finds a way to revive him, because in the Regime world he is dead, unfortunately. So I really hope that he makes it in somehow, because I really want the Joker in. Just thinking about the possibilities for his costumes, and you know, Joker's been around for, God, I don't even know how long, 7 years, something like that. In comic books, he's had so many different looks. Just thinking about the gear possibility gets me really happy. So I really hope the Joker makes it. Yes, I definitely want him to be in it. So that's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. What's going on, guys? It's Super here. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you guys subscribe or check out any of these videos linked at the top. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.